Thank you. Thank you for mentioning energy twice. I'm going to focus on that a little bit here. The prior administration, Mr. Kumar, issued Executive Order EO 13920 entitled Securing the United States Bulk Power System. This executive order implemented critical steps to ensure equipment in the bulk power system was not susceptible to foreign cyber intrusion. The Biden administration suspended this order on day one, and since then has taken little or no action to ensure our bulk power system is not susceptible to cyber intrusion from hostile foreign adversaries like China and Russia through critical grid equipment like transformers, capacitors, and electrical relays. As chairman of the Subcommittee on Energy, protecting our critical energy infrastructure from cyber threats remains a top priority, and I'm extremely concerned that the suspension of this executive order unnecessarily jeopardizes the integrity of our electrical power system. What was the rationale for essentially revoking the order?
Representative, thank you for your question, and thanks for recognizing the importance of supply chain security. That's exactly what that executive order was focused on, is how do we ensure that our manufacturers and suppliers, and who are they, how are they providing all this critical equipment, and how do we ensure it's secure? So one of the reasons this remains a priority for us. We took a step back to take a holistic approach. In that executive order, we ran into a number of implementation challenges. Also, we felt like it didn't truly address the threat we were facing from adversarial nation states out there like China. And so what we've done is we've taken a step back to review policies, review testing. So my office conducts cyber testing of critical components from all over the sector. But how do we really take a more methodical approach to address the threat we're seeing from manufacturers, from places where we don't think we should be looking at infrastructure? So we're working on a lot of those efforts behind the scenes, but supply chain security still remains a top priority for us.
So just as a sidebar, a contract was issued as we're building out our infrastructure to a European country, I believe, that is working to do this work. And the infrastructure requirements are about 60,000 capacitors, HVDC capacitors, right? So this European company is sourcing those capacitors from Siemens, Germany, and an Italian company. So you talk about onshoring domestic supply. We have a capacitor manufacturer in the United States that does the same thing. But yet this company is sourcing from Europe. And if Europe is continuing to build out their infrastructure, they may decide there's not enough capacitors for the U.S., we're going to use them here, and then this company is left shortchanged. So how do you address that? How do you address future contracts for infrastructure build-out when you're talking about domestic supply chain?
Yeah, Representative, so domestic manufacturing is absolutely something we should be prioritizing. It not only is...
Why aren't you?
So that is definitely a priority for the Secretary.
And why issue a contract to a company that's sourcing their capacitors from Europe?
Representative, I don't know the specifics of that incident, but I'm happy to look into it and get back with you.
Yeah, please do. The Biden administration set a goal of a carbon-free power sector by 2035. This on top of the numerous tax credits for solar and wind, leading to a massive build-out of renewable generating resources on the grid. I have serious concerns with the cyber vulnerabilities of a renewable because of the digital connectivity to manage those systems, whether it's moving the solar panels or coordinating wind. They are more susceptible to cyber attacks. So what is the DE doing to ensure cybersecurity is built into these devices rather than trying to solve the vulnerabilities after an attack?
Representative, that's an excellent question, and that's exactly what we need to be doing. So we released a strategy last year called Cyber-Informed Engineering. And one of the big focus areas for us at the department and my office in CSER is to partner with a lot of the renewable energy community to build cybersecurity in. We actually have an opportunity unlike any other before. We've been bolting on cybersecurity. We now have an opportunity to say, much like we require safety in our products, we should require cybersecurity. And so that is something we're working with standards organizations, with the manufacturers themselves, and the developers out there to build in cybersecurity. So that is absolutely a priority, and I appreciate you recognizing it.
In light of emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, what are the departments, all of you, doing to stay ahead of this evolving cyber threat from AI?
Representative, AI and other emerging threats such as quantum are things we need to keep an eye out for, and we need to ensure that we're building in. So from our end, DOE, my office, also has a cyber R&D program, and we prioritize some of our R&D work to look at quantum-resistant technologies, but also how do we get ahead of that AI threat. So that's
but you're
really
also
important.
using cyber learning, you said a minute ago, machine learning rather.
Yeah.
That seems like it's counterproductive, using machine learning to target AI?
Representative,
Is it not teaching itself?
So we need to use all these technologies. We not only need to look at how does machine learning can be used against us, but how can we use machine learning to protect ourselves as well.
Yeah, thank you. My time's expired. I appreciate the answers.